Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 Surviving Luton. We find ourselves in third in the EPL currently, and we've been on a pretty decent run since you last been with us. Just after the Cardiff win, we ended up beating Aston Villa 1-0 at home, thanks in large to Gekter just getting that one goal just before the halftime. That we then ended up tying against Brighton. We should have really had this one, but somehow we let it slip through our fingers, and Brighton had no intention of scoring. It looked like they were just going for the tie. We then ended up beating Crystal Palace. We scored with Thiago Almeida off a free kick, and then Wharton scored one at the very, very end. Then we ended up beating Newcastle as well, just 1-0. We should count ourselves lucky. They were leading us in XG, and I mean, anytime that you can end up winning in Newcastle, it's definitely a feat to have. And then we end up playing a lot of our youngsters here. Colin Murphy actually scored a couple goals. He scored this doesn't, even 4-1 doesn't really show how well we dominated this game. But granted, this was a team that was they're a Veronema League team, but Murphy got denied very late the go ahead. He had a hat trick going, and unfortunately he didn't get it. But we did play pretty well. Everyone did very well in the process. We are just at the beginning of the transfer window, so I will show you some of the transfers that we end up doing. One of them is a pretty big one, and recently we ended up bringing in Diego Calais. He's a 20-year-old Brazilian. We ended up getting him from Sporting. He was on loan with Watford beforehand, so I'm guessing they just recalled him so that they could send him to us. We ended up getting him because he does have the potential to be a Premier League goalie as well, and one of the reasons why we end up getting him is, as you can see, we don't have our backup goalie, and I think it was just because he hit the plateau. So in saying that, we decided to look for someone else. And I saw that we could get money. We initially got a massive offer for Capriel, but we weren't going to do it at any point. So we ended up getting rid of Ernst for 13.5 million. He ended up going to the Saudi Arabia League, which we hope him nothing but the best. We are still, I believe, his favorite personnel, so we did thank him on his way out. He's still a good championship player, could be a decent Premier League player, but we're not really going to end up seeing much of him. His release clause is 22 million, though, so that's not actually that bad at all. So if he does turn into something good, maybe we end up looking at him in the future. But for now, we're probably not going to do it. We ended up trying to get rid of what's his name? We tried to get rid of not Malenka, Holding, and unfortunately, he didn't want to go. And the only people that really spoke up were Andrim, who was apparently unhappy with it. So we ended up sending him on loan with the option to buy. He's still listed at 5 million. And then I think there was another one as well that was upset at it, but we sent him on loan as well. So who really cares? Interesting to see how well he's doing. He has 18 games, 6.68. So hopefully he's developing to a decent player. I wouldn't mind having him play for us next season. We did get him for 3.5 beforehand, but not really much so far in terms of transfers or anything. But we still do have around 26 million in the bank, and our overall balance is around 33 million. So we should, no matter what, have a couple million in the bank for next year. But in terms of payroll, we do have a decent amount of wages as well. But I always like to have a little bit extra just in case. So we see ourselves in the FA Cup, I believe, or the Carabao Cup against Brighton. So let's see the squad that we have for that match. And here's the squad we're going to pick for our Brighton match. We have Capriel in goal, Hall, Holding, Malonka, and Curtis as our D. We have Samu and Naipin as our mid, and then we have a Stannis, a Chevry, and Marshall as our attacking mids. And then we have Gelhardt up front. We are probably going to make a decent amount of subs in this game, probably all of ours. We do have a game against Chelsea next, so we don't want to blow our whole load on this one. But Bazar is probably going to come in maybe at halftime for Gelhardt, just so he's not too tired there. But I feel as though Gelhardt has a chance to break his goal drought here against Brighton, even though it is in Brighton. do feel as though we have a decent chance at winning this one. Brighton's form recently hasn't been that great. So again, Nipin might also be subbed off at half. I'm hoping to get an early goal though, and just not really coast, but be able to make calculated substitutions so we can still have them available. Stannis getting the goal there, his 4th of the season. Great cross by Marshall. And as long as it doesn't get ruled off, we're good. Marshall, who's been a little bit upset at me lately. It was kind of a risk starting him, but he does see a Stannis. It's just like old times, and we end up getting the first goal here, 7 minutes in. Between Marshall and Holding, they're both upset at us. We try to get rid of both of them, more so just for development for our other players, and even just being able to profit off of them while there's still an opportunity to get profit from them. Stannis managing to get that. Gelhardt gets the goal. We're up 2-0. That's exactly how we need to start this game. We are the former champions of the Carabao Cup, so we definitely have to represent and show teams exactly why we should be favored. Gelhardt with an amazing shot. At least he broke his goal drought. We love to see that. Sarmiento ends up getting exposed there as well, which is probably their biggest threat, I would say. So I'm hoping that his rating goes, and we somehow score another goal there. I don't know how. It wasn't even a highlight, it just went in. Curtis scores there, but it looks like it's probably going to get waved off. I wouldn't mind seeing the highlight because it just all of a sudden happened. What? Curtis was the one who hit it, though. So unless he was offside on the first contact, I don't see how that's even possible. We still do have 3 shots on target. And we concede a corner there 21 minutes in, so just don't concede, guys. Chevry to Marshall here. Let's go on the counter. Oh, Chevry now getting it. See if he can send it through. He looks like he's about to get fouled here. Finds Hall to Nipin. Shoot, Nipin. Nipin gets blocked by Gelhardt, so Gelhardt scoring and also probably denying a goal there. But we do have the attacking presence here. I do like to see this. This is the Luton that we've come to expect as of late. Good challenge there. Amazing challenge, I would say, on Ferguson. Ferguson, who I don't think has panned out to what a lot of people would expect so far. And Sarmiento almost getting it on. As long as we just get him to stick to headers, we should be good. But that's their first shot. But their XG is very high off that one shot. So that is kind of odd. Our XG is just slowly going up to 0.71, which means that they didn't expect us to score either one of those goals. And then Sarmiento is also getting an opportunity here. Malanka denying it. Marshall almost denying it, and then Capriel just saving it. 30 minutes in it. There's a lot of stuff happening so far, though. And Holding to Hall. Looks like the team that we used to have. Oh my God! Then we end up losing it there. Marshall just gives up on his man, and we almost concede there. We push it away for a corner there. Capriel at a 7.3, which means that they're doing pretty good. I would say they probably had decent opportunities at scoring, and we end up denying him again for a corner. Nipin looks like he's getting tired, and Stannis as well, but Stannis is around 8.3, so we don't really want to take him off. But Nipin we might have to, though. We might not have a choice. We might switch to 2 defensive mids after this, though, at halftime. Because we do have 2 midfielders instead of defensive mids. Ferguson let in way too cheaply. That should be offside, though. Doesn't even look like there's any contestant on that. Okay. He looked a little offside. I guess Hall might have kept him on. But they didn't even review that, which seems very ridiculous. Capriel just dropping to the ground there. Oh no, it looks like he timed it. It looks like Hall kept him on and Holding, which is also one of the reasons why we want to get rid of Holding. I find he does stuff like that too much. He gets beat, and It's not necessarily the most favorable, I would say. Looks like we're at the same in terms of XG, so we should count ourselves lucky that it isn't a tied game right now. But we're gonna have to make those subs probably right now, I would say. Let's take off Nipin. Let's put on Solace, and we'll probably put on Wharton as well for Samu. Actually, maybe we keep Samu on. But we'll move them both down. And I feel as though Solace should probably be the ball winning. Yeah, we'll get him as the deep lying playmaker. I'll probably put him as the ball winning. And yeah, Pedrola we're probably going to want to take off, but we're going to hold off as much as possible. He has gone down to an 8.1, so it isn't going to be unheard of if we take him off. But Gelhardt for Bazdar might also be a chance there as well. All we have to do is not concede, guys, and we should win this game. But doesn't look so good so quickly. Oh my god, hits off the crossbar, hits off the post again. And that was a terrible read by Gelhardt there. Gelhardt's probably going to come off, I would say. We're going to take off probably Chevry and Gelhardt at 55 minutes, I'd say. Put in Bazdar and Almeida. It feels as though those are the two logical decisions. And then maybe Astana stays on, but Gelhardt should definitely come off. He did get that one opportunity, but I haven't really seen him show up after that. It's probably the best that we don't end up pushing it a little bit more. Chevry with a chance here, puts it over. Yeah, that's probably all I need to see there to convince me to take him off. Oh no. And we almost concede one there. We end up giving up the corner instead. I don't know how it's a corner because it looked like he missed a completely open net. And our fans are cheering there, but we're not really giving them anything to cheer about. 50 minutes. I've seen enough. I'm going to take off Pedrola here, put in Almeida, and Gelhardt's going to come off for Bazdar. Both upgrades, I would say. And then we'll have to look at who's going to... I took off Pedrola by accident. Okay. Alright, maybe Orlano's going to come on for there. A recent sign that we end up getting. We'll put Orlano in there. We got him as free. He's currently 25 years old. That was a terrible pass, guys. This is upsetting watching. We were doing so much better with the passing earlier, but for somehow we decided to take the rest of the game off. And Hall, oh my god, what is Hall doing? Hall might be the other one coming off. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to take off. We're going to put in Gector in for Hall though. Or Hall's going to go as mid. And Kurodia maybe. Yeah, we'll put Kurodia in. That was just bad. I'm going to leave Curtis in. Even if he gets yellow, I don't care if he gets suspended. Feels though he's not going to. And then Marshall with the chance there. Hall, just pass it off. Kurodia. If Kurodia ends up saving us here, I swear I will feel like a genius. To Almeida. Almeida with a chance, but Sanchez denying him. But not enough power on it. It's very disappointing to see that kind of stuff. It's like you have every chance to shoot it, but... Oh my god, that is bullshit. Absolute BS. No way. It shouldn't even be a pen. And of course, this is how this goes. They're going to score. Oh my god. And I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted by this kind of crap. Curtis doesn't even get the yellow for it either. But it's a terrible, terrible tackle. I don't even know why that even happens. Oh, I'm demanding more. This is ridiculous. After this highlight. Curtis, you better redeem yourself. Almeida with a chance here. And skies it over. My God, what is with this team now? We're doing so well. We're doing so well, and this is the kind of stuff that we do. Curtis now to Malanka to Hall. We're really regretting not taking off Curtis now. Marshall can beat his man, but decides to go back to Curtis. And then Malanka here to Solis. So at least the passing's pretty decent, but I know we're just waiting for that one terrible pass that's going to give them the counterattack. Solis gets a chance here with Marshall. Marshall with the cross. Oh my God, Orlando almost putting it in, but getting denied. If only they could learn to header it down instead of headering it high. I thought they updated that this game, but apparently not. A lot of the headers still go way too high. Kirodia could have got the ball, but decided to make the challenge way too early. If they score here, it's ridiculous. The fact that they even got a corner is pretty sad. Solis is apparently upset as well. I don't get it. I don't understand at all why would you be upset. Marshall with the chance here. Let's send it wide. Oh my God, he's going to try and beat his man. Free kick given. That better be a red. I guess it was yellow. They didn't really show it, but should have been a red. Let's just say it's a red. And Marshall with the chance here to Orlano. Orlano, this is a chance for you to show why we need to start you. Solis put it a little bit too ahead of himself. Bad first touch on that, so I'll have to remember his first touch being that bad. Orlando now has a chance. Just be a hero in our eyes. Send us on to the next round. Bazdar to Curtis to Orlando. Why is Orlando getting he's getting so much credit from our teammates having just signed with us? Both teams are around 2xG. Brighton looks like they're the more favored team to win right now. But it looks like we're putting on the pressure. Holding to Orlando, to Almeida. Oh my God. Almeida can't get the shot off. He should have tucked it back to Bazdar there. And Almeida with the corner. 82 minutes in. Hopefully we're not wasting time. I still can't believe we can see the corner. Almeida with a chance here. Scores. Thank God. Until it's ruled off, I'm sure. I want to know who passed it to him because that was a decent vision. Almeida to Malanka got headed down. Orlando now passed it to Almeida. Both the Argentinians, and he beats them near side on Sanchez. Sanchez has been playing very well for them, though, I would say. And it's good that we managed to put one in on him, especially after that pen. And it looks like they're going to come guns blazing. All we have to do is stop them. Hall doing better as a midfield as a left back, I would say. Except for what that was. I don't know who did that. But Kirodia I really like. That's probably one of my more favorite signings of this whole series. Oh my God, and we just let them walk right through. Whoever's playing D needs to leave. Holding, we're definitely gonna try and do everything to let you go. I don't know who's commanding what, but Holding, yeah. I don't know what happened there, but they just let them walk absolutely straight in there. That's 2 goals now that they've let them do that. Oh my God, so disappointing. Looks like it's going to go to pens. And if we lose this, I'm going to be absolutely gutted. 8 minutes extra time, that is a lot. If we score here, though, everything gets forgotten. I promise. Bazar with a chance here. I don't know why he's not in the middle, though. And Marshall now with it. We're probably just going to end up keeping possession. Didn't look like that should have been really highlight worthy, so hopefully this is. Bad vision there. Almeida's on the bench or on the sideline. Curtis now. This is where you redeem yourself here. And now he gets a pen. Oh my god, thank god. So Curtis gives up a pen and now takes one. I feel as though Hall's going to be the one that takes it, which he has been very good in the past by doing it. Feels as though Almeida should be the one taking it, in my opinion. But it looks like it's going to be Hall. This is a chance to win it. And he gets him to guess the wrong way. Sanchez not doing as well as I thought. It's the second goal now for Hall. And all we have to do is hold for a minute now. I didn't even know he's lefty, but Hall ends up kicking it to the bottom corner with his left foot. And we are up 4-3. There's a lot of goals here, just no defense. We should have probably taken them a little bit more seriously. Orlando now, Hall can get another one in, but he doesn't. And we just watch the ball go out. Should be the end of the game here. We end up beating them 4-3 finally. It felt as though it was going to take forever to end up winning this game. We end up getting rescued just before. And finally, at least it doesn't cost us pens. But we managed to win just before the end. Pedrola doing very well as well. We end up accidentally taking him off when we shouldn't have. But no regrets, that's for sure. I'm very happy that Gelhardt ends up ending his goal drought. And this is an insane game. Pedrola got a goal and assist there. Fantastic. Couldn't be happier. And we're pleased with his performance. Now let's jump to our next match and see if we can get another win there. Hopefully it's going to be less stress than this one. So we're going to return for the second leg here at home against Brighton. I didn't realize there were two legs, so we're going to probably play those two in this episode, and then next episode we'll do the end of the transfer window with one of the Champions League spots there. We do have Capril in goal, Val, Kurodia, Malanka, and Curtis as our D. Samu and Solis are going to start as our mid. And we have Stanis, Chevry, and Orlano starting as our attacking mid, and then Bazar up front. We do have a lot of our starters starting on the bench right now, but we'll probably bring them in if we need to. Otherwise, this is going to be the team that we're going to play with. Since we did beat them on the away leg, hopefully that instills confidence that we'll be able to beat them at home. Probably does give us a decent amount of edge as long as we don't concede early, as in right now. But we did manage to beat Chelsea 2-0 on the most recent match that we end up having. So we are still on a high about that. But as long as we can keep possession and even just hold them to at least a draw, we should be good. But a draw or win, if I was a betting person, that's where I put my money on, because there's no way we're going to let ourselves lose this game here. And we go down 1-0. I don't even know how that happened, but we concede 2 minutes in. I remember stuff like this happening in the past, but that was just absolutely weak. So our D is on notice. If that kind of stuff happens again, Solis had a terrible tackle there, and we're down 1-0. This is just ridiculous. I can't believe that this has happened so early on. But Matoma, featured by Sarmiento, which is also, I think, our nemesis of this, because he is definitely the player that's made it difficult for us throughout this whole save, especially against Brighton. But we should be able to come back from this. As it stands now, it would probably go to either extra time or shootouts, so we got to fight for the tie here. Demand more is what we end up doing, but it doesn't look like they're really listening to what we have to say. We do lead a little bit in possession, but Val getting the yellow is not the direction we want to head towards. Looks like Astanis is starting to get tired as well. We've already conceded another corner, so Matoma, if you score again, I'm going to buy you just to bench you. But yeah, just the one shot that we have, XG is still 0, so it doesn't look like either team's really running away with this as of yet. But it looks like we're planning on gifting this to Brighton, because this is another highlight that we're just allowing their players to run right through our team. If it wasn't for Capriel, it'd probably be 3-0 at this point. Capriel, yeah, Capriel at a 7.0 definitely shows that none of the other players have decided to show up yet. Hopefully we can get on this counterattack. Orlano's probably going to lose it though. I'm not too confident about the squad that we have for this game, especially giving up the early goal 2 minutes in. It's a lot more difficult fighting through adversity than it is when we're dictating the pace. But catching up against a team that's probably just going to be countering us the whole game is going to be pretty annoying. And all they're going to try and do is not concede. But hopefully we can get a shot here. Solis almost putting it in, but it gets denied. Again, it just looks like he was trying to tap it in. It didn't look like he was trying to put any power in it. But Val is probably going to be one of those subs that gets taken off. Same thing with the Stannis. But if things stay level as they are, we're going to go to shootouts. And I don't like that reality. We do have a good record at going to shootouts, but I mean it's not what you want to aim for. But Capriel denies another potential goal. He's at 7.1. I mean it wouldn't be too bad because Capriel would probably save at least 2 of those pens, just based on how he's playing now. But again, we're just letting them run right through us. Even demanding more, they didn't want to listen to it. So Val's coming off at half, and so is Stannis. We won't stand for this. There's another minute of extra time here. Just one more chance, guys, before the half. If Val ends up showing that he's instrumental in this attack here, we might keep him on. Same thing with the Stannis. Orlano now with a chance. Just got to cross it in to Chevry. I don't know what happened here. No one getting the shot off. Curtis now with a chance. Pass it to Val. Solis, don't let him shoot anymore. Don't let Solis shoot anymore. So as it is, it's 1-0, but we are slowly clawing back in terms of XG. But we're going to take off. I guess Val is in the as tires is what I thought. And Arujo is the only one that can come on for him. So we didn't really plan out these subs very well. I guess Basso, you know what? No. Basso can come on. We'll do that. I'd rather that. I don't like what I saw from this team at half, so we need at least to make one sub. There's no way in hell that I'm going to let it stay as it is. Even Solis might come off because I don't like what I saw from him either. Pedrola probably is going to come off rather soon though. But as long as we just want to leave the amount of time for some of our players to at least get a little bit rested before we decide to put them in. Oh my God, Matoma just having his way with us is not a look that we like to see. I don't even think Matoma is really their starter either. So, granted, we are playing a bunch of our non-starters. Oh my God. It's just terrible watching a team dictate pace. It's like we're a League 2 team right now. Oh my God. And then they have another chance here. It just looks like we're waiting for them to go up 2-0. And then our team's going to decide to fight for it. But at least we get a highlight on their end. A Chevry to Orlano. Orlano's shooting it, but still can't even put it on target. So we only have 3 shots on target, only 5 shots total. And I'm going to make a sub soon if I don't see anything. Basso almost putting it in. Oh, so disappointing. But I didn't even realize it was only 55 minutes in. I thought it was closer around 60. Just based on the amount of highlights alone, it looks a little bit rough. Oh my God. Hits the crossbar. Matoma again and denied for a corner. But everyone's exhausted. Yeah, it looks like a Stannis is going to definitely have to come off. I'm just not sure who we're going to have to take off for it. We're not even necessarily playing to win here. We're playing to at least tie it up, which then would be a win. But we've been on a decent run. I don't think we've lost in a while, so Oh my god. It's just terrible. Terrible to watch. 60 minutes in, we're going to probably make all our subs, I would say. And a Chevry to Kirodia. We should get another chance here before the highlight's done. There we go. Bazard getting the corner, but it's going to be offside. There's no way that was offside. We're going to make at least 3 subs here. Pedrola's coming off. We're going to put Marshall up. Orlano's going to come off. We're going to put in Gelhardt, and then we're going to take off Chevry for Almeida. So we have 1 sub left after this. But I feel as though this gives us the best chance at getting a goal here. Solis, come on, pass it. Oh, Marshall getting it. Solis with a chance. Finally, he managed to score. It's first of the season too. But that was an amazing pass by Marshall. Solis passing it through. It got kind of cleared though. Kirodia with the header, and then Solis managing to put it in the bottom corner. So at least we're up 5-4, which means that the next sub is probably going to be more of a strategic sub than anything. Because it's probably going to be, it might be Samu. We're probably going to have to keep Bazar just in case they end up tying it up. And we concede immediately. What is wrong with this team? Better be disallowed. It's awarded too. What is wrong with this team? We just scored, and you immediately concede. Our center backs are just trash. That can't ever happen. I don't want to watch the highlight anymore. 62 minutes. They scored literally a minute after. How disgusting is that? So it looks like Sam is probably going to be the one that has to come off, though. Oh my god. Another one like that. That is... No, you know what? Malanka's coming off. That is just disgusting. Capriel managing to stop it. I'm not waiting for another minute. But Rougeau's the only one that can come in for him. Oh my god. Okay. Bazar's not playing well, so he's probably the worst one. Yeah, we're gonna take off Bazar. Traore or Osmani? No, not Osmani. So we're gonna put in Traore. Let's see if old Traore can come in clutch here. But yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing from this team in the slightest. Traore hasn't played that much this season. What is going on? I hope everyone else is seeing that. Whoever's guarding him is just letting him run right through him. Oh my god. So we're going to change up another thing actually. We're going to move our guys to defensive mid. Maybe give a little bit more of a chance there. Maybe not put him on more of a center mid role because that's just despicable, I would say, how we're playing. But at least more bodies behind the ball is probably a better tactic. We should have probably done that as soon as we end up scoring. But this game's not looking very good, I will say. At least Marshall gets it. Kirodia and Marshall playing very well together. Almeida now with a chance. How's that not a pen? We saw the obstruction. Traore to Solis, to Curtis, to Kirodia, and then the highlight's just over. Does look like the momentum has shifted for us, though. As I say that, Matoma's running right through. Curtis almost costing a pen. And we end up conceding a corner. I thought that was destined to go in the net, though. All we gotta do is last 8 minutes. But it looks like it's destined to go to pens. We're going to demand more here. See if anything can happen from that. They end up making their subs now. Everyone's just exhausted though, so I don't know if that was necessarily the right approach to do. We're not going to change anything to attacking. But it looks like it's going to go to pens. If it goes to extra time, I would say we're screwed though. But I can't remember if it goes straight to pens. And I don't know why we're cheering. Do they still do away goals? Oh no, it's extra time. Oh my god. So we do get one more sub though. Oh, Curtis for Rougeau. I don't like that at all. I guess we'll do that one. That's the one sub that we do. We're just going to leave as is. We're not going to touch anything. Oh my god, that's pretty bad. And just don't let any shots go on. Oh, Pedro with the chance. Capriel blocking it. Capriel at a 7.3. Everyone that's exhausted is currently rated pretty high. Oh, thank God, we got a foul there. So at least everyone can catch their breath for a little bit. But yeah, Kurodi needs to guard him. They end up making their one sub, but it looks like Pedro's at least tired, so I do like that. But they do have some, still some people that do have some energy. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's not one more chance in this game. I think it's just going to be a possession battle. So maybe, yeah, maybe send it to Gelhardt or something, see what he can do up front. Same thing with Almeida is also tired though. To Samu, to Malanka, yeah, just keep possession here. We might as well wait till to pens there. Almeida with a chance here, just shoot it, just shoot it, just shoot it. Oh my god. Arujo there ends up sending it to him. They take off Pellegrini, who it's probably one of their only better performers. So other than Pedro, Pellegrini was the only one that's done something, and Matoma. So it's a good thing Matoma's out. But it looks like it's going to go to pens. I kind of doubt that we're going to be able to put a push at the very end. Everyone's just too exhausted. Marshall's the only one that can really run, and Traore and Rougeau as well. But it looks like 2 minutes before pens. Just don't concede here because I'll be extremely pissed off. Looks like we're going to concede. Oh my god. They missed. Thank God. How did they not score? Looks like we got a corner just before the end. 1 minute extra time. If we can win this, I swear I'll be overjoyed here. Mwanka to Samu. Oh my god. No one can put it down. It's going to go to pens. And we're going to have to pick who's going to end up taking it. Sanchez, you better not even kick it. And he kicks it. Okay. So, yeah, Gelhardt's definitely playing. That's why we brought you in. Traore's definitely going to do it as well. Basso's pens are pretty high, actually. And then where is Almeida's pretty high as well. So, you know what? Marshall, where is he? I think everyone's pretty high. You know what? Let's do Basso first, actually. We'll do Traore and then Gelhardt. Do it in front of your home fans. But I do like the fact that Capril's in net. Pedro's shooting first, so if he saves here, I'm super confident we win. Okay, maybe not. And he's taunting us as well. Basso, here's your chance to instill yourself in the squad. Scores first goal. Fans on their feet. Kelso now with a chance here. We gotta stop him. Come on, Capril. Capril's guessing the wrong side again. And then Marshall here. I'll be extremely happy and grateful. He puts it in. 2-2. And then Enciso now gets a chance against Capril. Capril is going to save this one. I know it. Capril, you got to guess the right side. They're going the same side every time. Almeida, here's your chance. I thought he missed it. But good goal. Just very cheeky, just chips it. Correa, you're gonna miss. You're gonna put it. You're gonna put it wide. There we go. Caprio finally. It's like a mind game there. He just got everyone to think that he was never gonna go that side. Traore now. Here's your chance. Scores. We're up. All we gotta do is stop this one now. Caprio can be the hero. The hero that we know we need, but don't deserve. Robert Renan. He doesn't have it. He's gonna miss it. Caprio with the mind games. Oh, he puts it in. And now we have our hero that can manage to win this for us. Gelhardt. After ending the goal drought last game, can he manage to win it for us? We're just going to pray that he scores. And he does. Gelhardt, the hero. My God. This is the hardest game ever. Jesus, at least everyone scored. XG-wise, we probably didn't deserve to win that. But we did. So at least we're off to the next round, but that does count as a loss, though. But yeah, it was definitely a hiccup, that is for sure. Doesn't help with so many games congested there, so we will take that, though. We'll come back for the Bayer game, or sorry, for the Mansfield and Bayer game next episode, and conclude this whole conclude this whole transfer window. We'll probably do that immediately after the Arsenal game as well. We might even come in and play the Arsenal game as well. But hopefully you guys like this episode. A little bit more frustrating than it normally is. Thank you everyone for watching, and until next time.